I'm gonna make a video here showcasing this park I've been working on in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 for many months now. There's a way you can go into the settings and you can set it up so it's your complete custom park. You choose everything, all of the theming, the trees, the bushes, the games, or the rides, the kiosks, everything. Just complete customization, and you don't have to worry about money. So it's pretty awesome. You start with just an open sandbox, flat green land, and you build everything. So everything you see in this park, the paths, the trees, the fountains, the garbage bins, I put them there. So just keep that in mind. So this is my park. I think it's pretty awesome. Right away you come into the entrance here, just something to look welcoming. You come along here, this is the main, entrance area and the exit. You've got a lot of food options here, some nice gardens, fruit trees, burgers, candy apple, nuggets, fries, all that stuff. A little spinning burger sign. The customization in this game is so cool. So right away you have to make a decision. You can either go left, straight, or right. We're gonna go left, because that's how I built this, going in this order. So the very first ride you come across is this carousel. It just goes around. I put these walls, this building around it. What I've done in this park is essentially I've tried to split it up into 4 different worlds, 4 different themes. One of which we're going to come into now is what I've made a Western world. Sorry, I'm getting a message there. A Western world / Americana, so modern America and a Western theme. So we'll jump right in. First really popular ride we come along. You can see the lineup there. It's just your basic go-kart ride. But I've built it, we're in our American theme, so I built it to kind of be inspired by a NASCAR track. That's the actual track there, but all of this here you can see with these cars and that's just filler, that's just decoration to make it look cool. But, yeah, you can see how popular that ride is. Keeping along, we have all of this theming. All of the foods, too, I've tried to strategically place. So we're in an American theme here, a lemonade and a good hamburger, right? United States. Got these cool motorcycles. Your cool 50s biker guy with a diner. Prohibition era Prohibition era truck with the barrels in it. I haven't played this in a while, but I have been looking at it. I've been wanting to make this video for a while. Little gas station. None of those do anything. They're just there. Okay, so we've got our Statue of Liberty. A space rocket. This was my attempt here at building a skyscraper. It doesn't look that great, but yeah. So, you come into this area here, you'll notice as soon as the path changes colors, we're greeted with the sheriff there, the ranger, and the big redwood tree. So now we're coming into an old Western theme world, old Texas back in the 1800s sort of thing. So first, greeted by a statue of our pioneer here. The wagon. But you come across, that's supposed to look like an old Western town. We've got the saloon, the bank, TNT, the old mining stuff. This ride's cool. You get on it and it rockets you, shoots you straight up and you come down. At the end of the path here, we'll come to the bandit, ready to draw. Put in the oil rigs there, the oil derricks. And then we come to this. It's called Woody. I believe that every good amusement park should have a great wooden roller coaster. I'm a big fan of the wooden coasters. I prefer them to the big steel beasts. I did not build this. This is a real roller coaster somewhere in the world. I'd love to ride it. All right. So you go underneath still got our old Western theme, the miner's hut and the gold carts. So you go under the coaster here and you come to, I've built, an area to resemble on the plains when the Indians were free, with their little town. You've got The animal roasting over the fire, the teepees, and the big proud chief right there. Bumper cars, good times. This roller coaster's cool. You'll see here, you're standing up on that roller coaster when it goes like that. So they really have coasters like this out there. They're cool. All right. Next ride. There's a lot of roller coasters in this park. You know, Roller Coaster Tycoon's name of the game. This one's not going to take off for a while, but you get the idea. It's kind of roller coaster where your feet dangle. Let's see, cotton candy, chicken, cactus, and all of that. So you come across here. We'll keep going in this western world. My best friend, he is an avid prospector. He's really big into it. So I built this ride in this area in his honor, called the Prospector. The ride itself is pretty cool, but it's the theming, which I like. I've spent more time in this game doing theming than building rides and paths, but you can see there's a little river running through it, a little prospector's cabin and stuff like that. I think that turned out pretty good. Alright, I'm trying to keep this as straight as I can. I'm filming this with my cell phone. Still in the America theming. You know, I've always liked the fighter jets and the runways and that sort of thing. I think that came out pretty cool. I built the runway and put the jets there. This, where you come across, I'm really proud of this. This is what I call the International Garden. So it's an area to come sit down and get a bite to eat. But as you can see, the flags of different nations that I've put in, those are with flowers, right? The Canadian one is the most recent one I did. It's upside down there, but you get the idea. Those are all flowers. Canada, the United States, France, Germany, those are easy ones. The British flag, that was pretty tricky. But yeah, that's the International Garden. I think it's a nice place. Let's see. Yeah, I think that does it for the first world, the American Western world. So if you were to go back the way you came, if you were to go right, where am I? Oh, sorry, getting the camera angles mixed up here. There we go, that'll work. America, football and space shuttle, cool. Okay, so then if you were to go right at the entrance here, we'd come into a multicultural area. It's mostly European, but not just European. So we'll get into here. There's the football, not the soccer ball, the football. Little castle I built. You come along here. There's a ride. You can see the building here. Yeah, if I press that button, forget it. There's a ride in there. It's a London taxi ride, so it's just one of those rides where you go around on a track. But I built these walls and I put this building around it. I think it was pretty cool. So we'll say that it's like Disney World, where you go around and, you know, on one of those fun car rides inside of the building, seeing lots of things. I've deemed the left side of the road here kind of London, and so we'll switch here to the right side of the path, which is more of an Italian theme. We're going to see gladiators. You can probably hear the music. You can see the coats of armor and the swords and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. This is supposed to be Italy. Castle here, I put that. There's a roller coaster behind it. Hopefully we'll get a glimpse of it. But it shoots you out, straight out like that, and then you come back down in reverse. Are we going to get it? No, I don't think so. Oh well. Oh, and I just heard it, literally. So you come into here. You can tell that this is supposed to be a ancient Rome theme. We've got our statues in the Colosseum and stuff like that, and our, what do we call it, an Argonaut, even though I guess that's more Greece. But you get the idea. And again, with this strategic food, we've got pizza and a place to get a good cup of coffee right there. This area I'm really proud of. One second. There we go. This area I'm really proud of. I kind of went for a theme of Sherwood Forest on this one, Robin Hood theme. So I put this forest in here, but I put this path here. You know, you got your fire things there. Path. You got, this looks like Robin Hood's village, right? His merry men, his little Sherwood Forest in there. Food boiling over the cauldron. The armor and the spears. And then up here, you've got Robin Hood on the hill, aiming with his arrow, looking for someone, right? This one here, it's called Nitro. It's broken down, unfortunately, but it is a real roller coaster at Six Flags somewhere. And this is, I think, the biggest roller coaster I have in my park. You can just, oh, there it goes, but you can just see this guy. It's huge. Okay, so we'll come back here, and yeah, now we fully come into the London theming. We see the London phone booth and the mailboxes. It's a, you know, an old James Bond car, Parliament and Big Ben, you know, the old Tudor house. This is supposed to give off a vibe of London, except for that Roman ride right there. The roller coaster's cool. Same idea, it rockets you, but you go straight down. This was my attempt at making a little street somewhere in England. These row of apartments you can see here, these probably took me a good hour alone in game to build. It's tricky doing all this theming, but I get a lot of gratification out of it. You know, flowers and mailboxes and that, you know, same on the same side. Area to get a bite to eat and hang out. Got the space probe and the old houses, right? Let's see. Here we get into an area, you know, supposed to look like old Paris, with the Eiffel Tower and fountains and that, some gardens. Then right next to it, you know, supposed to be Holland. The windmill and the roller coaster in the background, flowers and that. It's pretty. Alright, so we will not cross the path yet. You can see there's this big path, but we're going to keep to the left. I've got this cool roller coaster here. It's kind of where your feet dangle. And I've called it GoldenEye, named after my favorite James Bond movie. And keeping with the European theme for now, this in the game, it's the HMS Victory. It's a famous Royal Navy battleship back in the good old days, Napoleon and that. And we'll have him on the water here, chasing a pirate ship. Oh, we can see the observation tower coming up. You can see how high that tower goes. But yeah, there's supposed to be a pirate theme, a little pirate tavern, the pirate flag, and the cannons and the gold and that. And so, yeah, that's right across from where we just were at the International Garden. So you can see how it all links together. I just pretty much did it in squares. So that was the American Western world, and part of this world here, the European part on this side. And then, as I was talking about crossing the path, we're going to do that now. And why I said it's multicultural as opposed to not just European. Here on this side of the path, we're going to get into an Asian themed. So you can see this right here. You get in there. It's called a firecracker ride. You know, Chinese firecrackers. And here we've got, you can hear the music, right? And we've got the Japanese pagoda. Pagoda buildings and flowers. I need to finish it, but I was going to start trying to do a Japanese flag there. This ride's cool. This is just across the path, but you come in here, we've got, you know, a belly dancer from India. And you come up here, and it rockets you straight down. This video is getting long, sorry, I'm trying to speed it up. This roller coaster is huge. It's probably my most popular ride in the entire game. We're not going to watch too much of it, and I'm giving away the info of what's in the next part. But you can see how big this roller coaster is. And this whole area here, I've tried to make it look like a kind of a China idea. We've got the Panda Bear, and with the strategic place food, you know, we've got a Chinese food place. What else is there? There's noodles, and we've got the Chinese gong. Looks like a Chinese or Russian MiG to me, at least. With satellites. And yeah, that's supposed to be a Chinese, East Asian themed area. So, let's see, where are we? Alright, so next, if you were just to go up either that way or this way on the original path, we're going to do it this way because this is how I built the park when I was building it. My arm's getting sore. This roller coaster is cool. It's called the Great Canadian Scream Machine. Nothing too fancy about it. It's just one of those guys that comes down and They do flips and that. Alright, so then the next area we come into, this is going to trip you out. It's a water park. Most of the rides in here, you know, they're water rides. But I've put it in a wintry Arctic tundra theme, right? To give you the impression that it would be cold. But once you get into the water, you know, it'd be really nice, we'll say. So you can see we've got the frozen cabin and the frozen barrels. The trees with the ice on them, right? You can see that with the snow, they're different. I put all of these in here. Ride here. You're on a raft, a water raft, splash. You know, you go down. It's a water ride. And you can hear the wintry music, right? And so we got another little diner, an old car. Most of this area, because this map is huge, most of it is just filler that I put in here. But, you know, again, just a nice place to go chill. Look at the scenery, get a bite to eat. Same as when you come in here. Do some more of the scenery. Got the ice cream in here, of course. Drink. I always got thirsty when I went swimming. We've got the friendly Eskimo ice fishing there. And a little igloo. Oh, and here we've got... what was the name of that ship? Franklin's Expedition, you know, and he got stuck in the ice up in the Arctic. That's what that is. Got our frozen emergency helicopter. So that's just one way to go, but we're gonna keep going this way. My sense of humor, yeah, I know. There's the Titanic in the game, and there's a big iceberg. Anyways, we had one of these at the Six Flags that I grew up close to. One of those log rides. You get in the log and... Right, these are all water rides. It's cool. Okay, so one of these roller coasters, this is weird. You get into like this little pod, and it spins you around, it flips you around, I don't know, it's pretty popular. This ride I did custom make. You know, it's just one of those splash boat rides, but, you know, I made sure that it got a decent drop. You can see all in the nice theming there. And I'm lost. Okay, another one that I custom built. You can see it in all this theming. We've got our Arctic satellites and scientific stations and that. But you come up. This is one of those rapid rides when you're on the boat that turns. That'd be fun. Lots of good drops and rapids. This one, nice. Just little rowboats. You can go around the course, but I've got lots of theming around here. You know, another one of the Eskimo, the igloos and that. You've probably seen this track and these trains going around the park. We'll get back to that. I do have one big roller coaster in this area of the park. It's called Deep Freeze, and it's supposed to look like an igloo. Right, you go on this roller coaster. Lots of coasters in this park. I really like coasters, but let me see. Yes, so pretty much that is our Winter Wonderland themed water park. Seems to be popular. Most of my guests in this game, I've got 1,800 guests in my park right now, and most of them do seem to be in that area. Okay, so there's one park left. I know I am trying to go quickly here. This next area that I've been working on, this is all still in process, this game. I haven't worked on it in a while, but it's still ongoing. This last area that I want to make, I want it to be like a creepy Halloween-themed land. You'll see what I mean, with ghosts and goblins and witches and that. So with 3D cinema, you know, we'll just say that they have creepy, scary ghost story movies, you know, interactions in there. One of those kind of rides. So right up, you come up to Medusa and the witches boiling on their cauldron. You come up to that right away. I'm gonna have to think of something to fill all of this in. All of this land. Any suggestions? Yeah, feel free. Oh yeah, let's see. So yeah, there's not much here yet. This roller coaster is really cool. There's no way I would ever take credit for building this thing, and I would love to go on it in real life. It's called Medusa. That's a big, sweet looking coaster somewhere in the world. Okay, this is pretty cool. I have a cemetery in my amusement park. You ever been to an amusement park with a cemetery in it? See the tombstones and the mausoleum and put a little church up there. You come up to this roller coaster here that shoots out of a castle. I'm trying to keep it creepy. I custom built this ride here. It was the same idea with that London ride, if you can remember, but this one's not indoors, and you can see the, you know, it's supposed to be scary, right? I put the theming in there like that. Let's see. This roller coaster has been very popular. Again, this is called Goliath. Again, it's one of those rides that are out there in the real world. I don't know if I would go on this thing in real life, to be honest with you. I don't know. It looks pretty intense. Let's see, anything else? Oh yeah, so this area is pretty cool. Kind of going with that creepy theming. It's just in a little alien area. You know, we've got our crashed UFO. You can hear the music with the spiders coming at you and the jumping astronaut. Moon Juice, I don't know what that is, but around with the space theming. This ride's pretty cool. I've been on one of these in real life. They strap you in and you flip around a whole bunch. So as of yet, that's pretty much all I've got for the scary park. The scary part of the park. But just to kind of recap. So we've got the Western World, the NASCAR track, the International Garden, the Prospector, the Wintry World, Europe, Italy with Sherwood Forest, and London, GoldenEye and the Pirates, and the Scaryland. Oh yes, and going back to that train, most big parks that I've been to, they have, you know, a train that connects different parts of the park. So this is it. It's a London double-decker bus. This is the first entrance and exit, and there's 4 other entrances and exits. It goes underground right there. There's 4 other entrances and exits around the park that you could get on or off all over the park. Where's the next one? Right there. Right? So there's another one you can jump on. It just goes all around the park. Well, that's my park. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.